I just added pathfinding to my game and now I'm gonna tell you about the process and some other changes I made. So it's Devlog time! But before we can start with making proper enemies for the game, let's fix some things that were left off in the last devlog. I said I couldn't resize the weapon icons, so I just hardcoded their sizes in and it's easy as that. By the way, if you have no clue what this game even is and what the weapon icons are used for, check out my previous devlogs where I explained the game in great detail and showed you the process behind making it so far. And if you don't want to check out another video, I'm making a Stardew Valley Animal Crossing RPG game with my fellow coder Vincent, whose channel is linked in the description below, using Unity. And while we are on the topic of Unity, I got to meet the Unity tile map system, and it's so stupid. Because until now you weren't able to walk through this game. This is because we have a tile map collider around every tile of the farm. Now, can you easily change the tile map in the tile map tab and just select which tiles can be collided with? Of course not! You have to click on the tile to find its number, go to the individual sliced tiles that the tile palette automatically creates, and there you have to change the collider type to none. I also changed the collision shape of the corners of the water tiles to make it easier for the player to go by and not get stuck. In the process I also had to add a rigid body to the tile map because of another error that I had with the tree layer system. And since I had set the collider type to dynamic, this was the result. Vote now to make this a feature. Oh, yeah, well, maybe not. Enough fooling around, let's get down to serious business. With that I mean pathfinding. After trying to implement the Code Monkey solution and deleting all the progress that I have made because this freaking system wouldn't work, I wanted to try something different. It's called A-Star. A-Star Pathfinding is the most popular pathfinding solution and features lots of functions that easily make your dump enemies look smart. And if you don't know what pathfinding means, pathfinding is the technique of an object going from one destination to another. The thing is, if there are some objects blocking, you have to calculate which path is the best and the fastest, and that's what A-Star is going to help me with. And it worked pretty well, so I coded this roaming behavior for the enemy. It works as follows. First I spawn this empty object at a random position around the enemy. If it collides with anything not walkable, that is blocked by an object or something, it will get deleted and spawned again. If we now successfully found a non-blocked position, we move the enemy to that new position using a really simple A-Star function, which just sets a newly found destination as a target to move to at a certain speed. When we reach a target, we just start again and find a new position. This system works, but had a few flaws. First, there was a chance that the enemy gets away too far from the area you should stay and roam in. So I made it so that if the enemy is out of the area, a new destination will be generated that is somewhere in the middle of the area. So he won't get out as sure as you will hit that subscribe and wishlist button. Thank you so much. But what is an enemy that doesn't fight you? So I added that it will automatically set the player as a target if he's in range. If the player is targeted, there won't be any roaming behavior and it will just try to kill you. And indeed it does, because I replicated the same combat system that the player uses and adjusted it so that it will work with any creature in the game. And this was it. We now have an enemy that can roam around, chase the player if he gets too close, and kill him. Of course, we can also apply damage to the enemy and he's eventually gonna die. But I have to admit, I lied. Killing the player is not possible currently, because the player can still move despite being dead. Oh yeah, well, in the next devlog you can see me implementing a dying system. Until then, thank you so much for watching this video. If you can, wishlist my game, check out my codev and subscribe. Oh, that's a lot, ain't it? But you have until next week, because then we will meet again in the next devlog. Until then, have a great day, goodbye!